Officer Dave, would you open my courtroom, please?
The state of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Court is now in session. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Turfy.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
My notes tell me you guys have settled this case. Is that accurate?
That's correct, but I didn't know if this conference was canceled or not. We just need to work out a little bit of the documents, the language, but
Then let's go on the record and we'll get you on your way.
okay, cool.
We are on the record. We are calling file number 21164-580. Gotch and Sons Towing versus Doubletree Tree Services and Alicia Napier. This is date and time set for pretrial. Could I have your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Ed Turfy on behalf of the defendants, P number 51228.
Okay, we were last together on this file on May 17th, 2022. And at that time, the parties indicated that they thought they had the file resolved. Where are we on this thing?
Your Honor, we've come to an agreement on the most important term of a settlement, and that is the dollar amount to be paid by my clients. Thank you. So yesterday, I received some closing documents, including a release agreement, consent judgment, and I have reviewed those. And there are a few changes I need to make. I don't think they're substantial, but there's things that need to be put in there. And I don't foresee a problem with plaintiff's counsel. We've had a good working relationship throughout this case, so I anticipate getting those resolved within the week, and then entering an order of dismissal.
All right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to just give you a return date, basically a control date. That'll be July 6th. That's 10 o'clock. Does that work for you?
It does, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll just do July 6th pretrial, but I don't expect that we'll actually have to hold it. I expect by that time, the closing documents will have been submitted. Okay.
They will, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, be safe.
Bye-bye.
Off the record. All right, next one. Low. Low. Hi, Mr. McLean.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I talked already with Mr. Turfy. You guys are done, got paperwork to finish, gave you
Yes.
July 6th return date. Don't expect to see you.
Forgive me this morning, Your Honor. When I logged in, it made me do an update. Of course.
Amazing with technology. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
So get your paperwork in. We'll get it done. Appreciate
Great.
you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Be safe. Okay, this is Lowell. Ruth. And Ash. 49. No, that's supposed to be Ash. Jamie Lowe, Siebert. Got Miss Siebert on the wrong file. She goes back to the waiting room. Now I think I had the right players. Okay, let's go on the record. This is file 22-181-149. Affiliated Diagnostics versus Michigan Automobile Insurance and City of Detroit. Date and time for pretrial, your respective appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. James on behalf of plaintiff. My P number is 63110.
Hello?
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Your Honor. John Ruth on behalf of Michigan Automobile Insurance Placement Facility, P48540.
Mr. Ruth?
Good morning, Your Honor. Joel Ashton, appearing for City of Detroit, P number 47039.
And Mr. Ashton, I understand you are in default, having failed to appear for a pretrial conference.
That is my understanding, Your Honor.
Indeed. Mr. Ashton has filed a motion to reinstate this case and set aside default. Should I set that matter for hearing, or you guys stipulate to it?
No, Your Honor, we collectively, Mr. Ruth and Mr. Ashton and myself, have a lot of cases together. I think there's a mutual respect on both sides, and given that professional courtesy, I think that we're fine with setting it aside as long as Your Honor is willing to do so.
Well, I have to make a decision if there's a motion. My only question was whether or not you guys stipulate to the motion. If you do,
Yeah, well, we will concur with that.
then I set it for hearing. Mr. Ruth.
I have no problem with the default being set aside, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ashton is going to submit an order saying, number one, I'm coming to pretrials in the future, and number two, that the default is set aside by mutual stipulation of the parties. So this is a PIP case, obviously. So where are we on our 2.3028 disclosures?
Your Honor, I don't believe anybody has filed disclosures as of yet.
I think the complication was the defaults that had been entered. So the case technically wasn't alive until Your Honor allowed us to reinstate it today.
That's as to Mr. Ashton, but as to you and Mr. Ruth, there was no default. Or
Actually, there was. There was a
was a
default
default,
entered
Your Honor.
against both.
both of them.
Yes, my office got the pretrial notice and my assistant didn't put it on the calendar, Your Honor.
If you guys were in my courtroom, I might bring you up to the bench and bang your heads. Unfortunately, I can't do that on television. So let's do this. Let's get you guys a return date.
Yes.
And let's get started on our disclosures. Mr. Lowe, your amount of
Yes.
controversy, sir.
The amount in controversy is $23,150.
Is there ongoing treatment or expense?
Not that I know of. I think that 23,150 is the total, and I don't think that there's any additional.
Let's
treatment.
firm that up for our next pretrial because you're dangerously close to my subject matter jurisdictional cap.
Yes, I'm aware.
Anything else we can accomplish today, gentlemen? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to get the order from Mr. Ashton concerning setting aside his default. You gentlemen are all going to file your 2.3028 disclosures, and we'll get together again. How
Yes.
about July 6th, which is a Tuesday, at 10 o'clock? Does that work for everybody?
I can make that work, Your Honor.
I should be able to make that work, Your Honor.
That works for me.
Okay, then that'll be it. We'll send out an order. And Mr. Lowe, let's firm up that you're still within my subject matter jurisdiction.
Yes, I will absolutely make sure before the July 6th conference.
Anything else we can accomplish today, gentlemen?
I don't think so. John and Jamie, I'll call both of you once we sign off.
Okay,
Well,
that sounds
why don't we do this?
good.
If you guys don't need me anymore, what I'll do, I can put you in a conference room right now.
Oh,
And then
that'd be
when
great.
we're done, you
Yeah.
can just go ahead and take off.
That sounds
Thank you,
good,
Your
Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, let's put you guys in check.
Thank you.
Well, assuming the technology is being cooperative today. July 6th, 10 o'clock, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Lowe, room 2. Mr. Ruth, room 2. Mr. Ashton. Okay, cool. That seems to work. Good morning.
Morning.
We are on the record with 22-181-340. ASP Care Plus versus Progressive Marathon Insurance, Unitrim Direct Properties, your respective appearances.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Connor Clorty, P 4485, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kim Siebert appearing on behalf of defendant Unitron.
Member of the State Bar of Michigan, Ms. Siebert.
P75191.
Good morning, Your Honor. Fadi Nakash here on behalf of defendant Progressive. P number is P84601.
Okay. First couple of questions. Mr. Clory, what's
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
controversy here?
This is $7,700, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're not going to exceed what I'm concerned about. I just got off with some guys who are at $23,000 plus. And as you can imagine, those always make me nervous. All right, secondly, have you guys stipulated to written discovery?
We have not yet, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I've got a problem then. My file contains some written discovery sent out by Progressive Marathon Insurance. Request for admissions, first and second request for admissions with interrogatories. Mr. Nakish, how did you do that without stipulation or court order?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought we had an order for discovery being open, but my discovery requests were pertaining to these charges and they're limited in scope.
Well, sir, that's not the point. This is the district court. And in a district court, discovery is either by, everybody say it together, stipulation or leave of court, not unilaterally, which is what you did. Now, what the court ordered, sir, was that the MCR 2.30-2A disclosures be made. Have those been made?
I believe so, Your Honor. I submitted my disclosures.
Ms. Siebert,
I believe so, Your Honor.
Mr. Clardy,
Plaintiff has filed their disclosures, Your Honor.
all right, so everybody has their disclosures. This is what we're going to do. Mr. Nakash is going to send an order, a stipulated order striking his request for it first and second request for admissions with interrogatories. Since all of the folks have made their initial disclosures, first question I have is why is it in the PIP case I have more than one defendant?
Your Honor, there were 2 accidents in this case that Ms. Love was involved in. My accident was in 2012 and Progressive's accident was in 2014. These cases have been going on for many, many years. I've been involved in all of them. And over the years, her doctors have related kind of everything to both accidents. So we're both here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Your Honor, I think Sister Counsel, and I appreciate Sister Counsel letting me know that because I believe she's telling me that because my pleadings as they stand right now may be incorrect because I thought at the time that this was an MEIPF assignment to either Progressive or Unitrin, but I'll have to look at my complaint one more time to see if that's what it says. But that was my understanding coming into this case. So I thank Sister Counsel for letting me know that.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand this. Both of these accidents at issue are several years old.
Correct.
And in essence, what we have is an ongoing claim for medical, where at least in some of the cases, doctors are saying related to both. This is a case that screams for settlement with futures.
Your Honor, I can also comment on that. So this case was brought by ASP Care Plus, which is apparently not related to ASP Cares, which is the pharmacy that filed in this court about a year ago. And we did settle that with futures. And so here we are again with a very similarly named entity, which I believe Mr. Nakash was trying to figure out through his RTAs whether or not there was any of the same ownership, because we do have a release with futures from ASP Cares, which again, apparently is not ASP Care Plus.
Yes, Your Honor. So I do ask that you please open up written discovery and I will withdraw as we talked about. I'll submit that order. But my discovery is based on that and also some charges being post the fee schedule 3157, some of them being pre. So I have some tailored discovery to get going here and to reach a resolving of this claim with futures, if possible, as to all these claims that have been for a 2012 and a 2014 accident.
Well, let's do this. Let's get our paperwork in order. We'll get your order submitted. We'll get you a return date. Mr. Clardy is going to look at his file and see if his complaint is where it needs to be. Because it doesn't make sense to start discovery if we're going to be amending our complaint. So I'll look forward to Mr. Nakash's order. You guys have all filed your 2.30-2A disclosures. Mr. Clardy is going to review his file and decide who the proper parties are and see if he needs to amend his complaint. Then we'll talk about again, if you after that decision, we'll see whether or not we need to move forward with written discovery.
Okay.
Anything else we can accomplish today?
I don't think so, Your Honor.
Okay, then let's see you guys another day. How about July 6th, July 6th, which is a Tuesday, at 10 o'clock. Does that work for everybody?
I believe so, Your Honor. Let me just quickly check.
I can make that work.
And Mr.
That
Clark,
works for, that works.
July
for-
6th, 10 o'clock. I will note that all the 2.3028 disclosures have been made. And I'm looking forward to an order from Mr. Nakash, looking for Mr. Clardy to review his pleadings, see whether or not he needs to file any amended complaint. Anything else we can accomplish today?
No, Your Honor, just to clarify, do you want me to add the July 6th at 10 a.m. adjournment of this pretrial and the
Well, I'm
order?
going to send out a written notice on that.
Sounds great.
I send one out every time. And just so you know, because I haven't worked with you guys, a couple of you guys before, my first pretrial, I set arbitrarily, because obviously I don't know parties. After that, I set dates with the agreement of parties. Now, the other side of that is that I'm kind of hard-headed about those dates. You tell me this is an okay date, and then you don't appear, my feelings get hurt. That's not a good thing.
Of course.
July 6th, 10 o'clock, everybody. Let's go to work.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks
Thank
for
you, Your
coming
Honor.
in. We're off the record. today, Tuesday, June 7th, Gosh, I hate sleeping this time. Misha Elmo. Greats of the 20th century. Birthday. And speaking of greats of the 20th century, George Sell, longtime music director of Cleveland, mid-20th century. 1897, he's 1897. It's also the anniversary of the Detroit Red Wings winning the Stanley Cup in 1997, breaking a 2-2-year drought. And on this date, U.S. Representative John Dingell from Michigan became the longest-serving U.S. representative. 7 years serving reached that milestone in the state. Violin concerto for WRCJ, provided by Tuesday Music Hour of Detroit, presenting a fabulous trio of musicians in a concert at Birmingham United Church on Woodward Avenue, Tuesday, June 7th at 7. Pianist Few Minute Late will be joined by DSO principals. For more information, go to Tuesday Music Hour. Tuesday Music Hour. Midday music. Oh, the drive time elixir. Classical music is great for the car. Classical music from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. under the RCJ 9.9. Thanks for the support. 9.9 Detroit, Windsor, and Chatham. It's the all classical and jazz station, WRCJ. Smart speaker to play WRCJ. Free app. It's at the App Store.
CR539 in Detroit, Felix Io was the violin with the time with these essentially very well. We're seeing orchestra. Just a little over 20 minutes, we'll have a score by Adrian at nearly 120. So Chopin left over for birthday because of coming up. Ballet is heavily by Franz Kuhn, who's the next year orchestra. Century Giants. I've seen for that ballet. Take Francis Poulenc to the choreographer. So no problem with that. Additional extra thing. When's your weather performing to that new settings there?
Mr. Best, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you.
What file do you have today?
I have two hearings on the same file, Progressive Marathon versus Christopher Reed and Odetta Reed.
Okay. Got you. Have you put you back in the waiting room?
Very good, thank you.
Mr. Owada, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
What do you have today?
I am here on behalf of Allstate for Michigan First Rehab, Mario Woodruff.
Okay. I don't have the other two people yet. Put you back in the waiting room as well.
Thank you.
Also feature 2 years of more satisfying positions. And this blue city. Give it to 313-576-5111. So that order. June 10th through 12th. Detroit's acoustic trip. Right now, keeps the about safe and secure and thriving.
Mr. Echoberry, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Are we settled on this thing?
The Dr. Vorakara or Michigan First Rehab? Or both?
Well, let's start with Dr. Vorakara.
Okay. Vorakara is the matter with Mr. Ashton.
Yeah.
I still am waiting for the city council approval of the settlement. So we're tentatively settled in that matter.
Okay. And what about the other one?
The other one, the underlying plaintiff's case, Mario Woodruff, we were supposed to have a global facilitation.
May 13th.
During the facilitation in that underlying patient case, but I have extended a settlement offer to defense counsel, and he is taking that to his client.
Okay. Well, I have Mr. Owada on behalf of Allstate. I don't have anybody from State Mutual as of yet. And I don't have anybody from the city of Detroit in your other case. So we'll put you back in the waiting room and hopefully one of them arrives, we can get started.
Your Honor, on State Auto for the Michigan First Rehab matter. There was a stipulated order of dismissal for State Auto. Looks like it was submitted. Let me get you a date. It looks like it was dated by my predecessor back in April, but it doesn't look like it was submitted until more recently. So I would say just prior to our last settlement or last pretrial.
Let's see, that's 47. I don't know if that one has been.
I do not have a signed copy from Your Honor, just the one that was executed by counsel.
Yeah, I don't. Wait, I have one for. Looks like April 29th. A dismissal for partial dismissal against state property, auto and casualty.
That's the one, yes.
Okay, that looks like it was sent out end of April, April 29th. Okay, let's get you on. Then I have Mr. Wada here. We can get started on the other file. All right, we are on the record. This is 2-1-152-347. Michigan First Rehab versus State Automobile Mutual and Allstate Insurance Company. The record should reflect that on the 29th of April, 2022, the court entered an order of partial dismissal, dismissing without prejudice the claim against defendants State Auto Property and Casualty and State Automobile Mutual Insurance Company. So the only remaining defendant here is Allstate. Your appearances, please.
Morning, Your Honor. James Eckleberry, P78222, appearing on behalf of Plaintiff Michigan First Rehab.
Good morning, Your Honor. Abbas Awada, P number 82405, appearing on behalf of Allstate Insurance Company.
All right, where are we on this file, gentlemen?
Your Honor, originally we were supposed to attend a global facilitation with the underlying patient's case. In the underlying patient's case, that facilitation was adjourned and I believe is now scheduled for July 12th. In the interim, I have extended a settlement offer to defense counsel for Allstate, albeit brother counsel to Mr. Awada. That offer, as I understand it, is being taken to Allstate, and hopefully we'll make some progress in advance of that facilitation.
All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's give you guys a return date and get Mr. Awada on the road.
Okay.
Does July 6th at 11 o'clock work for both of you?
Your Honor, I'm scheduled to be out of the office that day.
All right. July 13th?
That works for us.
Not a problem.
All right, July 13th. At 11 a.m. will be your next pretrial. And I guess that's really all we could do today.
Yep.
Okay, gentlemen, we'll send you out an order. We'll talk to you again July 13th at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks for coming in. Mr. Eckleberry, you're back to the waiting room, waiting for Mr. Ashton to arrive.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Water.
Bye-bye.
Ashton is here. All right, I think we're ready now. Mr. Ashton has arrived. We are on the record calling 2-1-157-056. Plaintiff versus City of Detroit, Dr. Vorakara and Michigan Pain Specialist Neurospine. Your respective appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Eccleberry, P 78222, appearing on behalf of plaintiffs Dr. Banthana Vorakara, Michigan Pain Specialist and Neurospine Coverage.
Good morning, Joel Ashton, appearing for the defendant, City of Detroit, P number 47039.
Gentlemen, where are we on this thing?
Your Honor, we have a tentative settlement. We are been waiting for the approval from the City Council for the City of Detroit.
Mr. Ashton?
That's correct, Your Honor. I've called several times. I've submitted the paperwork, and I'm told that our paperwork has been submitted and that we're just waiting for it to be reviewed by City Council.
So you don't have a date?
That's correct, Your Honor. They don't favor us with such information.
All right, when does council adjourn for the summer?
I just asked that question last week because I don't recall. My understanding, though, is that if the matter has already been submitted, that it should be decided before they take their break for the summer.
All right. All right, then let's adjourn you guys into that same July 13th date that Mr. Eccleberry has on his other matter. July 13th at, is that a dog?
It is, apologies.
No problem. July 13th at 11 o'clock.
That's the dog that I tried to ship to my daughter in Arizona yesterday. And as you can tell, it was an unsuccessful attempt. So I'll be trying again tonight.
Good luck. July 13th, 11 o'clock, gentlemen. If you get
Thank
City
you, Judge.
Council approval earlier, send in your paperwork, okay?
Will do.
Thank
Thank
you,
Thanks,
Your Honor.
guys. Let's be safe.
You as well. Thank you.
We are on the record calling 2-1-167-179 Progressive Marathon Insurance versus Odetta Reed. By a notice dated May 18th, 2018, this matter is set for hearing today at 11 o'clock on the plaintiff's motion for entry of default judgment as to defendant Odetta Reed. It's now 11:25. Could I have your appearance?
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Best, P58501, on behalf of Plaintiff Progressive Marathon Insurance Company.
The defendant Reed has failed to appear. Did you get any pleadings from her?
We did not, Your Honor. This is actually a motion for entry of default judgment. The defendant was served by alternate means. She has not answered, and we're requesting a judgment for $2,860.38, which represents damages of $2,588.26, cost of $197.12, and the statutory attorney fee of $75.
Counsel, I've had a chance to look at your proposed order. It appears to be consistent with the relief sought in your complaint. We'll enter your order, send it out to you today. Thanks for
Very
coming.
good. Your Honor, this was also listed as a review hearing as far as, I believe it was as far as Charles. I'm not exactly sure.
Just wanted to make sure that the judgment had been entered as to him.
Yeah, that judgment has been entered.
Yeah, just want to make, so now the file should be closed out entirely.
Very good. Yes.
Good enough. Thank you, Mr. Best.
Thank you. Have a good day, Your Honor.
You too, sir. Be safe.
You too.